a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Oh, what a move. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bills are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to... They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, come on.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
From down at the... It's 1st and 10. You go. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2.
Free kick out of bounds.
Got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
Defense.
And the contact may have come too early. Penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. They complete it to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They fake the handoff. Now Tua under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Oliver. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get just a bit.
Right.
Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he'll get this one to Cooper complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across
Offside.
midfield.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll roll him out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more
That penalty
teams
is
hiring
declined.
that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result?
And Cook will get in. For touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
The Bills are lining up to
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out come the Dolphins now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. And now here is another interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. Yet another mistake after the... there, gosh. Scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
What's that? Cook
diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to go down again. Gregory Rousseau picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net him a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Look out!
Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
What's that?
They'll try the middle with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark
Still
off the
2nd
5,
down.
and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
What's that?
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. That's to his running back, complete. And